It's just horrible. And I'm going to my mum's. We're live for another Let's Drive Through Bizarre Weather. Why not? It is. I can hear a helicopter as well somewhere around. I can't see, but I can hear it. So yeah, we got out there quite easily. Taxi's had enough. Taxi's doing a U-8. It's a golf taxi. Don't see many of them. So yeah, anyway, I hope you're all well. We are moving slowly along. Thought the taxi might have known something, but it doesn't look like it. Just looks like the traffic lights have got lots of pedestrians using it. It does slow them down dramatically, the traffic lights, when the Pelican Crossing is being used, and there do seem to be quite a few people walking around. Anyway, as I was saying, it's blinking freezing. Not saying winter's back, but certainly spring hasn't arrived yet. We may be seeing some snow as well when we get to Tameside. I'm not sure exactly, but we shall have a gander. Because it's partly been bad everywhere apart from in Wigan. But as I've said before, Wigan weather is flatlined. We don't really get that much really bad weather, even when it was hailing like crazy around dinner time. It just melts as soon as it hit the ground. What temperature are we on? It's not warming about black ice, so 4 degrees. Brr. Car in front of the car in front of the car in front. He's not paying attention then. All the daffodils are out, so spring is trying to spring. Spring is trying to be sprung. The weather is just goddamn shocking. Mind you, it's not unusual to see daffodils in snow. Trying to rain. I'll come up with a theory as well about the lack of traffic at the Poachers. I know this is a good theory. It's because there's been temporary traffic lights en route to the Poachers, various different points, and they have separated the traffic out, so it's like it might be hailing again any second now. Coming across the view, there were cars coming. Brilliant. Just stood in the middle of the road like you do, two of them. Talking of temporary lights. Girls made it across. Oh, so good. Much prefer it when I'm too warm than when I'm too cold. Which is weird because you can turn the heating on or put more clothes on and you can get warm when you're cold. Whereas even if you're in your birthday suit when you're hot, you can't do much else to cool down apart from put a cold can or something on the back of your neck. Like can of pop or a bottle of pop or something on the back of your neck when you're really hot. Really drops your core temperature down really quickly. Never tried it with a cup of tea on the back of my neck when I'm cold though. Mainly because I don't drink tea and I'm not stupid. Well, not that stupid anyway. Side of the road, that's what the road seems to be for. Oh, pardon me. Right, so we're going past, or going over the railway line. I'm still going to go the new way, because it just feels less stressful. Not seen any snow on the hills yet. I'm expecting to see snow on Winter Hill, which is where the transmitter is. Right, so 145.9 here. It's the most wonderful time. No, the hills, you can see Winter Hill, no snow on Winter Hill. So we're heading towards the, what's we call it, roundabouts, going to Hay. It's definitely get every week. It's so much brighter than it was last week at the same time, a similar time anyway. So we're heading, well, we're in Standish, to be fair. I heard a siren then, but I don't think I did. Anyway, we're at the roundabout. In fact, we've got it quicker than normal. And how's this for irony? That van that's just turning at the roundabout I was behind with one car between us when I stopped at the petrol station to set up. So it's good. So welcome to the parish of Hay. Hey, 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 I was walking down the street. Not that kind of hay, you idiot. So coming up to Bridge 53 with the traffic lights going over the canal. Traffic lights currently on green. I don't think we're going to make it because there's no cars here, so I can assume. Alright, okay then. That's cool. So we made it over. Transit van quite a way behind me made it over as well, so. And a car behind the transit van. But before it was a BMW, so take that with a pinch of salt. Yeah, the beautiful countryside. Let's think about Wigan. You know, 40 years ago it was quite an industrial town. Lots of mining, lots of works and things. And it's now got very much cleaned up. And literally the countryside is pretty much immediate at any point of Wigan that you choose to come from. This is why we don't have a lot of weather around here as well, because it's moderately flat compared to other areas. Still got the transit behind me and the BMW. Mind, there's not many places to turn off other than Hay Hall. But we're coming up to the turning where the road turns sharp right, and we have to indicate to go straight on. The sky, it's beautiful. Apart from that big grey cloud to the right, which is possibly what we're heading for. Anyway, I'm going to turn left first. I'll technically go straight on. Oh, my apologies, it was not a BMW, it was a Jaguar behind the transit. So this is ridiculous bendy road. It's a bit icy. This is very interesting indeed, this bit. Anyway, we're out of that now. gander. Some chickens. Actual chickens, not a pub. So we're now in Black Rod. Road goes, but I don't think it goes anywhere that's handy for me. Black Road Centre. I was half expecting a bit of snow or something around here, but no. Ambulance. Car which just got up there has been replaced by practically an identical car, driving in identical the same way, i.e. very, very fast. So the car that was in front of me has turned left, that's pulled out from the right, got in front of me and then shot off at 1,000,000 miles an hour, even though I'm doing the speed limit, which is 30. You wouldn't know it though, would you? So past the school and the zebra crossing. Sign there says Bolton 7.5 miles, Manchester 16 miles. I say sign, it's like the rock, like they have on the canals. Marker rocks. Right, BMW's turning right there. Well, there's quite a queue there this week. It took 30 minutes to get here. Although, no it hasn't. It took longer than that. I think we had a cutout, didn't we, at some point? So yeah, we've got the A6 that we're about to turn onto. I can see the M61 through the fence and through the tree, and vehicles seem to be moving quite freely in both directions on that, and that's what we're aiming for. I don't think we pick that up because it's too far away, but it's between the 40 mph sign and the tree on the left. Sun shining on it does help. Illuminates particularly light coloured vehicles. So we're now on the A6. This road that will take you to Walkden and Swinton and then into Salford. And Manchester as well, to be fair. It goes through Manchester. Because we drop on it and off it whilst in at Manchester sometimes. So we're at the roundabouts. See the Bolton Wanderers football stadium ahead. Right, this transit van is the one that doesn't seem to be paying attention to what's going on around. The black one. And there's a lot of traffic coming off the M61 here as well, so this is more like a normal look at the roads and stuff. Is he going to go? Yeah, he's gone for it, which again was a bit interesting. So Winter Hill, yeah, not a single flake of snow on there. Not even in the bits that are shadowed, you know, where a rock overhangs or something, you see little white bits left. None of that. The motorway seems quite busy. Well, there's room to get on. It was a bit tight then. Also, that's just a big white cloud. It does seem to be coming from one spot on the ground. So like, hopefully it's not something massive on fire. They wouldn't get white cloud, so now it's just a white cloud. It looks like it's coming from the ground, like a volcano or something similar. We're currently doing 60-ish. motorway is very busy today. Now up to 70, well, nearly. M61 heading towards the M60, the M60 being the outer ring road of Manchester city centre. To the bridge under a bus shelter. Distribution centre junction. Got a van coming down in lane 3 at a barrel or not. Oh, it's a police van. Okay, I'll let them off. I'm doing 70. Some matrix going on. Hopefully there's not another crash on our clockwise direction. So it's queue ahead, 50 miles an hour. M65, 30-minute delay. Well, we're not doing the M65, so that's alright. Slowing down. I think that this time last week I was actually in a queue at this point. Salt spreading, yeah, because it's going to be a cold one tonight. Well, there's bits of snow I can see in the it's a hedge, but it's not really a hedge. So I'm going to try, yeah, it is. This is a bit of noise where people just start pushing in. van's just done it. I'm going to go into lane 2. Quite a gap behind me and the car behind me. Yeah, there's camper van that's just pushed in. Oh, and then a van's doing it in front of the BMW. Right on the chevrons. BMW's dropped right back. Not yet. I'm not getting involved with that. Well, they've got 60 on there, so we've got nothing on ours, but obviously we're the ones with the delay, so we'll just assume it's still 40. Through one of the big tunnels. Always reminds me of Ridge Racer, this tunnel, particularly at night. Well, none of these have got anything written on them anymore now. None of these are flashing. That one's flashing, but it's saying salt spreading. So it looks like, yeah, it's up there where on that road up the top, where it's still flashing, saying 40 mile an hour. So that's ironic, isn't it? Take him now. Fantastic bit of engineering, love it. Totally over-engineered, that bridge, but you know, looks cool. Right, they've got a queue as normal, and we haven't as normal. Last week was not normal. See at the side there, a bit of snow. It's probably hail actually, to be fair, that's been shaded from the sun. There's some on the other side as well, so we could be heading into, I'll hear a lot of spray. Quite doing 70, but we're not far off. This is totally different from last week.
Expand the World Cup from 32 countries.
M6, 45 minute delay. Well, we're not going on the M65, so don't have to worry too much about that. The Range Rover's going to pull out. Maybe not. Look at the traffic on the other side, stationary practically. They're saying 60 miles an hour. Well, we're doing 60 miles an hour, so there's definitely a queue on the other side of the motorway. Crikey. It's round here where we saw the van last week with its back door smashed in. For want of a better description. Oh God. It was roughly there where that zero line is, but it wasn't that long. So I'm doing just under 60. Just give you an idea what's going on in lane 4. Speed limit now is down to 50. We're not doing 50, we're doing 40. Right, we're coming up to the roundabout with the traffic lights on it. It goes down to 40 for us. But we're not doing 40 anymore, we're going even slower than that. What you're doing, Toyota. Right, well they've got nothing on theirs and we've got national speed limit, but we're heading to set of traffic lights, so pardon me. So we're now under the M62, which is a continuation of the road that we've just been on. The M60 is actually where we are now. So we leave the cars in lane 1 to get a riddle on, which they are doing. I need the Audi in front. Come on, Audi, don't be a slow Audi. Got a slow Audi driver, unbelievable. Who even knew they existed? Of the lane swapping and whatnot going on. Might as well join in. But I do it safely. So we're up to 70. problem when they've salted the roads and it rains, the spray that comes up is absolutely filthy. Oh, here's a bit that they did all the roadworks on last summer and autumn. Got a nice new shiny hard shoulder and a nice new fence as well. Back of this car kind of shows you what I mean about the muck. It's meant to be silver at the back of that car and it's black. He doesn't know what it's doing, it's just signalled to go off at that junction and then it's just come back on again over the chevrons. This car directly in front of me now, so I'm very wary of this car now. Seems to be weaving a bit in the lane as well. Past the Manchester Evening News place. That car's gone off that junction behind me and it stayed off. So fair dues. So already we're coming up to our junction. Which is pretty amazing. Not 6:15 yet, we're here. Daisy Nook here where the roadworks are. Well, the bridge works. So we're now on the filter lane for the slip road for Ashton-under-Lyne. There's absolutely nothing directly behind me at the moment. The cars are still pushing in front. Got one car catching me up at the minute. Tram going over the bridge. Double tram going over the bridge. And then the tram tracks we drive over in a short while. Well, I wasn't expecting to get through them lights, but I'll take it. So past the Ford garage showroom thing. BP petrol station there, and it's doing 143.9. And then you've got the church with the holes in the tower, which you can actually see for a change. You won't be able to see them soon when the trees bud, but you can see them for the time being. That's a speeding Range Rover that was in lane 3. It's now cut across to lane 1. And this heading goes on, going very wide there. It's not a bus you're driving, right? Through the Mickey Mouse road layout. That's the car wash and the mosque. You're going to have to drop the word Dusk, aren't I, soon? Because it's still pretty light. I imagine when I come out of Sainsbury's it'll be dark, but at the moment we'll enjoy the pretty light. Off it goes, accelerating like crazy, and then having to brake. Typical Range Rover style. Braking again. Looking like it's trying to overtake. Didn't do. Looked like it was going to. So here we are at said tram lines. 18:17 p.m. Well, it's PM as if it's 18, you idiot. Yeah, sorry. This time we stopped for a while as well. Last time was underneath the bridge on the roundabout with the traffic lights on it, and the time before that. Oh, the roundabout going on to the 61. Time before that was traffic lights going on to the A6. Time before that was the traffic lights for the canal. So it's been a pretty smooth run. Are we going to get through these lights though, because they don't stand green long, and there's a lot of traffic here today, has to be said. Range Rover's carrying on. Got Kia behind me. There's a tram at the tram stop as well. So 3 of the cars made it through after me. And 132.9 here for petrol. Definitely the cheapest petrol I've seen anywhere. Do keep a lookout when I'm on the buses as well, but I've not seen anything as cheap as Sainsbury's in Ashton-under-Lyne. Putting in the petrol, I'm not quite down to half full yet, so we're okay for the time being. Tram, that's what I was on about, another double tram. So there you go then. There we go. So there you go then. We've done it at 20 past 6, and it's starting to go dark. It'll probably be dark by the time I come out of Sainsbury's, but it's we've definitely done it before proper dusk has settled. So thank you very much for watching DG Stiller. Don't forget part 2, all being well, later on, and I will see you all then. Thank you very much. Yeah, we've got truck count coming off later on, whatever. See you in a bit. Bye.